Hello everyone, welcome to this YouTube channel. This video is about Target UPSC CSE 2021. How to start your preparation. Here I'll give you a book. This book list is based on previous year's toppers recommendation and how to start preparation. So how to start the preparation for 2021. Start with objective of finishing the syllabus of mains, that is June, July, August, September, October, November, December. When the prelims and mains will for 2021 will be conducted, we are not sure. Assume that the prelims will happen on May and mains on September. So in the June, July, August, September, October, November, December 2020, you have to finish your mains preparation. And in these books, you will be covering some of the portions of prelims, and from Jan 2021 dedicated study for prelims. So how to start with? Start with current affairs. Current affairs could be The Hindu, Indian Express. You can refer to any coaching centers daily current affair materials, or you can yourself read The Hindu or the Indian Express or any other current affair materials you like. First begin with current affairs, then GS4 plus optional. Why GS4? GS4 has least number of topics compared to other GS papers in mains. So you start with GS4, you'll be able to finish GS4 in a quicker time compared to other GS papers and plus optional. So this will boost your confidence and also you'll be able to finish one subject. So what are the book list for GS4? Only one recommended, that is Lexicon for Ethics, Integrity and Aptitude. There is another book for the same subject by Arihant. You can try this also. But most of the toppers recommend Lexicon for Ethics. So GS4 book list, only one book, that Ethics. And also read previous year's questions and also see the case studies of previous year. This will help you to understand like how questions for ethics are framed or asked in the exam. So what are the books for optional subject? There's a website called demystifycse.in. I'll give this link in the description also. In this website, all the previous year toppers, that is specifically 2018, all these toppers who scored good marks in their optionals, they've given the book list strategy for the optional subject. You can check as for your optional. So how to begin? GS4 plus optional. After this, next is study the GS2. There is this for mains. In the GS2, in the mains we have governance, constitution, polity, social justice and international relation. So what are the book list for this? Constitution polity, only one book. There is Indian Polity by Laxmikant, and there is no alternative, nobody recommended. And this one book is enough for this part, that is Constitution and Polity. Now some people will questions like why there is no NCERT books mentioned. Some of the basic concepts which are given in the NCERT are also given in the Laxmikant, so we are not required to read NCERT books for. But if you still want to, I'll mention the list. I have read them. I found that Indian Polity by Laxmikant is enough. For the governance and social justice, Governance in India by Laxmikant, this is another good book for governance and social justice. And second NRC report summary, this is enough. Governance in India by Laxmikant, the book is little bit old, but the thing is that this concept of governance and social justice are static concepts. So these are not changing every day or every month or every year. So you can read this book. You're not required to run here and there for any other materials on the governance and social justice. And at most you can also look at this second NRC report summary. I'm not required to read all this report from page to page because this is a huge report. If you need this report summary, you can just go to Telegram channel. I'll share it with you. Next, for international relation. International relation, most of the questions, in fact all questions comes from current affairs, like what happening in the international arena, India-Iran relationship, China-India relationship, China's initiative, and so many other things happening. You can read the current affairs because you are definitely reading the current affairs. You will be able to answer these questions, or you can also Also seek assistance from any top class coaching centers, specifically IR notes, international relation notes, or you can read it yourself from the current affairs portion. CBSE Class 11 Indian Constitution work. This was Polity Basic Understanding. If you are reading Laxmikant, I think you don't require this book. I've read this book and I can say if you read Laxmikant, you are not required to read this NCERT book. So this was all for GS2. After GS2, start with GS1. The GS1 means we have Indian heritage and culture, history and geography of the world, and society. This book list is from the mains perspective. When you are reading these books, you are covering almost all the contents of prelims as well. Indian heritage and culture, art and culture by Nitin Singhania. This book is enough for Indian art and culture. You are not required to read any other NCERT books because Nitin Singhania's book is enough, more than enough, for art and culture and heritage portion. And of course, current affairs. So you are not required any other book like NCERT, art and culture, and any other thing. No, only one book. And current affairs. Current affairs is very important. No. And for the history part, modern Indian society, a brief history of modern India from Scectrum. This is recommended by each and everyone. There's another book called New Look at the Modern Indian History from S. Chandra publication by Sam Grover. This book is also good. So out of these two, you can buy one. Most of us recommended Modern India from Scectrum one. You can go with the Scectrum book. History post-independence consolidation. For this, India since independence by Bipin Chandra. And the world history for the world history part, Krishna Reddy book. You are not required to see another content. This book is more than enough for covering world history. So history portion is completed. So if you're reading this book like Brief History of Modern India, you can solve prelim questions from this book list. For geography of the world, PMFIS, there's a website called PMFIS. Paid study material for geography. You can read these study materials. If you read PMFIS study material, you are not required to read class 11, 12 NCERT books and GC Leong books. So you have to choose any one of them, or you are not required to study Majid Hussain's book. So just go with I will recommend that go with the PMFIS study material. Hardly it is 120 rupees or something like this. And there is an atlas. You can also refer to the atlas. Atlas plus Google Map. I think Google Map is more convenient. If you want to buy an atlas, you can buy it. This is for the geography of the world. Why need an atlas? Because sometimes the questions comes in prelim based on the location. Indian society, class 11, 12 NCERT Sociology book, enough to understand the society. This is all for the book list of this. Next is General Studies 3. General Studies 3, Science and Technology, Economic Development, Biodiversity, Environment, Security and Disaster Management. Economic Development, Indian Economy by Ramesh Singh. Or Sriram Economy Notes. I did not read Sriram Economy Notes, but I can say Indian Economy by Ramesh Singh is enough. If you are reading Ramesh Singh, you are not required to read class 11, 12 economy books, because some of the basic concept given in class 11, 12 already covered in Indian Economy Ramesh Singh. Why you need to read NCERT? I don't understand why so many people said that you need to read NCERT, you need to read NCERT. No. If you are reading Economy Ramesh Singh, you are not required to read NCERT books. Basic concepts given in NCERT books are already given in Indian Economy Ramesh Singh. Or you can also go with Sriram Economy Notes. Out of this, for economic development, this is enough for prelims as well as mains. And of course, current affairs. Everywhere current affairs is important. For biodiversity and environment, everyone recommending environment Shankar IAS. You can also buy the latest edition. Or you can go with PMFIS environment notes. Both of them are equally good. You can check them. You can check the PMS IFS environment notes, or you can also check the environment by Shankar IAS. This is enough. You can answer the question of prelims plus mains. And of course, not just book, these are also require current affairs along with them. Next, for science and technology, basically current affairs, no specific book is required. some people will say read this science and technology book from this publication, that publication. No. Current affairs, science and technology news is enough. Question was asked in this 2019 was from like what is the use of international space stations or space stations for India, and so many other questions. So current affairs, no books, just current affairs for science and technology. The current affairs you can read the Hindu, the Indian Express. So for disaster management concepts, you can read the PDF material sent in the Telegram group UPSC IAS toppers. You can search in the Telegram UPSC IAS toppers. I've shared the disaster management contents for this one. This comes in GS 3. For internal security, challenges to internal security by Ashok Kumar. This is enough. Not required to read another books or any other study materials. You can check the Telegram book. I have also shared this PDF of this, or you can search UPSC toppers, UPSC IAS toppers in the Telegram. For optional book list, go to the website demystify CSE.in category optional. I've shared the link in the description as well. Thank you for watching.